Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab, in the book, doing what I do for you. Oh, it's about to get good. Let's get this thing started. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. It's rhetorical. But if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Excuse me. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock, here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. And that phrase, you want to know where I got it from, right thinkers? This book has 170 pages in it, right? When we get done, you should understand that phrase right there. Okay, that's what we want to get to. All right, and we got 150 pages to go, but that's right. All right, now we're going to question, right, thinkers. Let's talk about the essence of what you keep hearing me say, she taught Netta. Okay, I'm going to explain that to you. Then I'm going to explain what is Neterianism. Okay, I got a few pages and paragraphs. This is what it looked like in hieroglyphics, right? This is she taught. First word, she taught, top, bunch of that. And bottom is Netta. She taught means hidden, secret. And Netta means divinity. But you see what the Netta sign right there? Now, when we get to the other one, this is fun. Now, I know what this means. I can read this, okay? It says Shimsu, right? Shimsu Netta. This is the sign for God. This is the celestial boat that he travels on, right? And this is you saying, I'll follow him. I'm getting better. All right? Having some fun now. All right, let's get this essence of Shita Netta. This is the thing that if you understand what it originates, what it's about, it'll be easier to follow. So when you come to this class, empty your cup. Why? I'm going to fill it with a bunch of good stuff. Let's go. Leave all the room for the new stuff. The ancient Egyptians were African people who lived in the northeastern quadrant of the continent of Africa. Yeah, we know that. But they were descendants, did you know that, of the Nubians, who had themselves originated from further south into the heart of Africa at what they call the Great Lakes regions, which is the sources of the Nile River. That's where it starts. They created a vast civilization and culture earlier than any other society in known history, including Sumerian, Mesopotamian, and the Babylonians in history. And they organized a nation which was based on concepts, not beliefs, concepts of balance and order. My girl, my yacht, okay, as well as what they call spiritual enlightenment, not a religion. These ancient African people called their land, first of all, Kemet. Spelled Kemetkamit. It's all the vowels. You can interchangeable pretty much the A and the I and the E. So it's spelled Kamit for now. And soon after what? Developing a well-ordered society, they began to realize that the world is full of wonders. They built the pyramid, which is one of the seven wonders, the only one of the seven still surviving. But they said life is fleeting, meaning you're going to born, you're going to go through life age. And at that time, 50 years old for them was old. Their life expectancy wasn't old. The Pharaoh lived a little longer, but most people didn't live too long, okay? So understand that too. They didn't have the luxury just chilling and wait for the old. No, none of that. All right, a little different with lifestyle. And they understood what that. Now, as a nation of people, they knew that becoming spiritual enlightened, and they called commit after developing a world society, and they begin to realize. And watch this: the life is fleeting, but they also must be something more to human existence than just born and just dying. And so they developed a spiritual system. They developed a spiritual system that was were designed to allow all human beings to understand the nature of the secret being. A secret being means he's hidden inside you. So the mystery is, where is Waldo or where is God? Okay, they taught a system how you can find the secret being who is what? The essence of all creation. He ain't just a being. He ain't a man. No, we're men and women. He way more than that. Okay, but they called this spiritual system what? She-Taught Netta. That's how it was born. She-Taught means secret. God is hidden. Amun, the hidden one. Boy, this is good. Okay? And Netta. We wasn't pagan worship, but we didn't worship no damn sign. No physical God. No, we knew the Netta was a pole, a stick, a flag that signified one, the supreme. Okay, understand that. And everything after him was emanations from him. So there wasn't many gods ever in Egypt. And remember, all these are mythological and philosophical concept aspects of your being. We know that. Moving on. Next one I'm going to tell you about is, what is Neterianism? And who are these Neterians? Neterian, and a.k.a. right thinking philosophy. Right thinkers are the right thinker followers. Watch this. The sign, the flag, Neter, the celestial boat that Ra travels in, and the legs. You got legs that go this way, and legs that going that way. That's the wrong way. That way. You notice the legs, and they got it. When you see them, I never forget. This is the right way. The other way is the wrong way. So they had all this already figured out. I love it. All right. So now let's talk about. They call them Shimsu Netters. Okay. Follower of Netter. I call y'all right thinkers. And the term Neterianism is the term derived from the name She-Taught Netta. Those who follow the spiritual path of She-Taught Netta are therefore referred to as Neterians. Those who follow right thinking philosophy is called right thinkers. Same thing. We got the same thing. Only thing is that we call it a different name. Everything else is the same. Okay? Watch this. I can prove it. Where we at? Now, Neterianism is what? Is the science of Netta. That means you're going to study and prove God. And they do it well. Okay? Real good. But that is the study of the secret, which God is, or the mystery, which again, God is, of Netter, which is God. We didn't have the word God. Ancients didn't. That wasn't the word that they used. So Netter represented God, supreme being. They didn't see him as a human being. He was supreme to all. So the concept works well if you understand it. Instead of having somebody say, well, they had a whole bunch of gods. No, these are characters of your personality. We can make it real simple, but y'all like to make it compared to y'all. No, it ain't religion. Okay. Moving on, I ain't going there. This is what we're talking about right now. And this is what survived for thousands of years that our ancestors lived by. Moving on. And watch this. The mystery of the netter. That's God. The enigma of that which what? Transcends ordinary consciousness, but from which all creation arises. You don't have to believe in God. You don't have to understand God. You can, none of that makes a difference from what it really is. Your job is to understand that. That ain't his job. In the world, watch this now. The world did not come from nothing. It didn't just all of a sudden just poof. Okay? A conscious entity had to put everything in place because it fits perfect. And without one thing missing, it won't work. That's perfection. If the sun was a degree to one way or another, it won't work. See, all that's perfection. Moving on. So I ain't got to go through all that, but let's talk about what they had, the concept of God. They knew exactly who and what he represented, and they praised and worshiped him for that. And watch this. The world did not come from nothing, nor is it sustained by that same nothing. We explained the noon. We broke all that down. So if you're a student already, we done went through the Anuian theology. So we at this point, now this is advanced lessons. So let's go. And rather it is a manifestation, okay, brought into existence of what which is beyond what we know to be what? Time and space. But which is at the same time permeates what? And maintains this fundamental elements in which, in other words, it is the substratum of creation and is the essential nature of all that exists. Why is that hard to understand? Maybe it's just me, but they trying to lay it out there so you can understand the concept, because we got a whole lot of philosophical perspective and breakdown that if you follow along, you'll understand. So again, those who follow right thing of philosophy or the netter may be referred to as Neterians. And netter, again, is God. So we're followers of God. How about that? Christians, every religion, y'all follow God too. So we had that concept covered too. So what is a netter? Who's a netter? There's your netter right there. Okay? That's what they represent. That's what they consider God. The first side was the circle with the dot. Okay, this is the one that we came up with, and the symbol I just showed you. Who is a netter? Who is netter? One, and take the vowels out. It's spelled NTR. Okay, the symbol of netter was derived again and described by ancient Commission sage as that which is placed in the coffin. When you pass on the body, in the coffin, get the concept. But the term netter or neter came from the ancient Egyptian hieroglyph language, which did not record vowels. However, the term survived in the Coptic language as netar, N-U-T-A-R, and the same Coptic means divine force or sustaining power. It still means God. It ain't changed. Whatever name you call it, it's still going to be the same thing, okay? Trust me. And it applies to what? In the present as it did in ancient time. Ain't nothing changed. Truth like gold don't change. It is a symbol composed of a wooden staff that was wrapped with strips of fabric. Just like a mummy, the strips alternate in color with yellow, green, and blue. The mummy in the Commission spirituality is understood to be what? The dead but resurrected divinity, meaning God. So the neter is actually what? Every human being who does not really die like baby kids. We multiply. No, we go on either home or back to another body. Again, multiplying one way or another, but goes on to live what? In a different form. You get another body in 9 months, baby born, bam, you back in the game. Until then, you hanging around the astral plane, and depending what groove you was in when you got there, it can be good, that's heavenly, or it can be bad, that's hell. concept of what state that you're in at the time you're in it, and that changes from time to time. But further, watch this: the resurrected spirit, there you go, of every human being, is that same divinity. God is in his creation. He's always been in his creation. Our ancestors knew that. And when that other guy came in and found that out, he took God and placed him over here to chase you, have you chasing nothing. It's a lie. It's a trap. It's a trap. Okay? No, they don't tell you the truth. And then, but every human being have the same divinity, meaning God, spirit. And phonetically, the term Neter is also related to other terms having the same meaning. There we go again. The NIMS. Now, the Latin, Netera, Spanish, Naturalizar, I guess, I don't know, but English, nature, and nutriment, etc. But in a real sense, as we see, Neter means power manifesting as Neteru, and the Neteru are the objects of creation, in essence, nature. The sun, air we breathe, the moisture that comes down, the earth that we have under, and the heavens that's covered up the dome. All that's nature, all that's of God. They know that. They said that. They tell you that. They just don't use the word God, and we do. Same thing, different name. All right. Next one we're moving on to what they call the great truths of Neterian religion. See that flag? See that emblem right there? You know who that is? When you see that, that lets you know that's Mayat. Okay, that's the feather of Mayat. That's the feather that you got to wear your heart against. And you know a feather awful light. So your heart got to be awful pure to be light as that feather. That's the concept. And that means you're living right. Okay? Your heart can be even on the scales. That's cool. Or it could even be lighter in some cases. That's even better. So that means you did an excellent job practicing and living Mayat while you're living on earth. So in the afterlife, go on. Like going to the club. If you know somebody, you good. In this club, you had to pass your own test, okay? You are the judge of you. So let's talk about this right quick. The great truths. And I'm going to shut it down into this, and I got some more stuff, but we rolling. We doing good. All right. Now, in order to understand the importance of Mayat philosophy, and that's what this is, not just as a social or a secular teaching. Why? Because it is important to see the interconnectedness of what? Mayat philosophy with Shitat Neta spirituality. Ding, 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 ding. We put philosophy with God now. We're going to tie them in together. Here we go. The fundamental teachings of Shitat Neta reveal the prominent place of what? Mayat philosophy and what? In the whole scheme of the program of spiritual evolution in ancient Egyptian mysticism. Therefore, it is appropriate here to present a brief introduction to the basic principles of what we call Shitat Neta from our ancient African Commission Egyptian religion, and the fundamental principles common to all denominations of ancient Egyptian religion may be summed up in what they call the four great truths. I think I gave this lesson a few years ago. But watch this. That are common to all the traditions of ancient Egyptian religion. That means everybody practiced pretty much Mayat. Okay? And we're going to talk about that. Oh, I got a few minutes. Yeah, I can do this. And okay, I'll start that next lesson with that. So let's wrap up right quick with they called it the great truths of the Shitat Neta religion, a.k.a. the great truths. First it says, Pa Neta. Pa mean existence. Remember I gave a lesson? Neta mean God. So there ain't no God exists. Okay, Pa Neta, na bercha, netaru. I like saying it like that. I don't know if I can get that, or I like to get that taru out. The Neta, which is the supreme being, again, is one and alone. Again, and as nurture, he's manifesting in everywhere and in what all things in the form of what we call God and goddesses. Okay, the Paute, the Ado, the Enai, all those names they call it, it's all the same thing, nature, elements, forces. And the next one it says, Anma Swa Sau Set Is Kun. Translated, lack of. And, A-N or U-N means lack of or no. Lack of righteous brings fetters to what? Your personality, and these fetters cause ignorance of the divine. Remember I tell you about the fetters, self-inflicted due to what? Ignorance of yourself. So that means if you all caught up in the ego, you just on your hook on yourself, you're blind to your higher self. And that's what it does. It keeps you what? From getting to your higher self. Holds you down here, keeps you in your lower nature, keeps you in this realm. Not the higher realm, the lower realm, aka hell. Can't go no further down. You best can go up. That's why you want to get your wings. All right. Red Bull, he even want wings. All right, almost done. I got a few minutes right here. Now, next one is number 3. Excuse me. Sousha, Su Nafu, and Sau Set. Whenever you hear Set, you know you're going to hear fetters. You know you're going to hear ego. Why? That's his title. Okay? Devotion to the divine. That's Suaush. Shu. It leads to what? Freedom from the fetters of Set. Ignorance. From ignorance into enlightenment, you leaving what? The ignorance behind. You becoming enlightened to what? Yourself. Your ego self had to take a back seat to what? Your higher self, which is your true self. Haru. That's in you. You feeling your full potential. Becoming That means great. Like Muhammad Ali. All right, last one. R-E. Action, I know that. Shidi. Study. Re means discipline and knowing. Ab is the heart. M. Makaru. That's speech. I know that from the heart. Let's talk about what that means. There's a whole bunch of stuff here. See, all this is hieroglyph. I ain't got time to go through hieroglyphs. I just try to read off to you the best I could. But there's a whole bunch of stuff going on there. And this last one, they busy. There's a whole bunch of stuff. You got the ab in there. You got the stone in there. They got the ab right there. They got another. It's busy. So let's find out what it says and break it down. The practice of right thinking. I said right thinking, but Shidi disciplines leads to what? Knowing oneself. With daily practice and implementing what you're practicing leads you to knowing oneself and what? The divine. I love that because it tells you right there, to know you, you're going to know the divine. And this is called what? Being true to speech. Speak from the heart. Makaru. Okay? That means no lying, no deceiving, no dishonesty. Everything is truth, straightforward, honesty. I got a few more minutes. I can use it. Let's talk about the great truth and righteousness. This is what it looks like. I want to start with this, but this is right here. I can read this for you too. All right. Ooh, this my ooh. Right. Ooh is great, and ma is truth, but it goes backwards. The first part is ma, M-A-A, and I told you, is great. I'm learning. I'm getting there. Let's go. Daily practice, it becomes a little more familiar to you. So I just wanted to break that down. Ma it means great truth. Flip it. Truth, greatness. That's what it's all about. If it goes both ways, it don't make a difference. That's what they're trying to show you. But the word Mayat is one of the fundamental principles of Shita Netta. I'm going to get this in. I can see the clock. I'm going to beat the clock right now. Now let's deal with Mayat, which is, this is her sign right there. Excuse me. That's Mayat. See at the end? Okay. That's what you offer up when you offer Mayat. The word Ma also comes from the term Ma'at, meaning righteousness, order, and balance. Those right there qualities that you can, and I relish in those things. Why? Because you can practice them, you can master them, and you can live by them. That's why. And those who live by the regulations of my Yah, and I do, will discover and know what? The truth. I'm a truth teller. I know the truth. Why not give it? I can tell it. I live it. Makes it easy for me. Moving on. Maya is one of the fundamental principles of Shitat Neta. Maya is a goddess as well as a cosmic principle of what? Order and harmony, and a philosophy for attaining that order and harmony that leads to what? Balance and divine peace where? Within oneself. That's where it starts. That's where it ends. That's what it's all about. And that's the lesson. I'm going to be back right now. I got to go. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. We rolling. Excuse me. All right. In closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I never know that my right thinkers who starting to learn sheets out now that right thinker philosophy the right way ever passed away. We don't.